Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Thank you so very much for coming to see me, even though we still got all this chaos around the world. Y'all, something is fishy. I've had the whole weekend and an extra day to think about what is wrong with this picture. What is wrong with Hamas going into Israel? Why? Why did Israel not have good enough security to stop Hamas from entering into Israel and bombing and killing a bunch of people? Why is Israel bombing the hell out of the Gaza Strip? The people ain't got no food, no water. They're innocent to the fact, no matter what their leaders have done in Gaza, no matter what Hamas has done, the people are innocent. Now, I know a lot of people say there's always going to be casualties of war. But when is too much too much? And how long is this supposed to go on? How long can the people survive and suffer? How long we supposed to sit back and watch all of this happen before our freaking eyes? How long? Y'all, something ain't right, and I'm going to show y'all some things today. And I want you to go down in that comment section and tell me how you feel. And I don't want y'all to get mad and upset and say, oh, you just feeling sorry for the Muslims in Gaza Strip, and you're feeling sorry for Hamas. No, that's not it, y'all. This is what I figured, y'all let me know too. Anytime that the Biden administration, the Democrats are rooting for a country, something is suspicious about it, y'all. Something is suspicious. Y'all know good and well Biden is not on the up and up in the Democrats. So that's why I feel something is wrong. You can judge for yourself once I show you this. And I don't want y'all skipping because you're going to miss some important information, okay? Don't be skipping. Don't be doing that to me. And make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I got stuff down in the description box I want you to see if you want to support my channel right here. It's going to be also a new video on Wednesday, a cooking video at cookingwithsandrafay.com. Make sure you go on over there, okay? Wednesday. Probably about, maybe 4 o'clock or something like that. All right? Moving right along. This first video I'm going to pull up. If I get a little long-winded, y'all going to have to excuse me, but you need to watch the entire video like I keep saying. Don't be skipping, okay? I take time to do this. I take my time. Girl, you something else. Yes, I am. All right, here we go. This says, what else have they hidden from us, we the people? What else have our government hidden from us? This is from really Fox News. Listen.
Terrorists on the border and in our country. In our country, Chuck. They're already here, huh?
They're in, John. If we think for a second that our border hasn't been exploited to the point that we have multiple terrorists that have already made their way into the country, then we're suffering from another failure of imagination as we did prior to 9/11. Look, John, Israel and what's going on over there has a direct impact on our threat level here at home. As that war intensifies and possibly expands and the United States comes in to support our ally, Israel, and increases support, our threat level is also going to increase along with that. But our problem is in the backdrop, we've had a wide open border for the past 2.5 years. We all know the numbers. They're staggering. To almost 200 encounters of those on the terrorist watch list, 70,000 approximately special interest aliens from over 160 different countries. What the Biden administration has allowed to happen at the southwest border has undercut our entire homeland security enterprise, and state, local, and federal law enforcement and intelligence officials right now know this is our Achilles heel.
Yeah, and, we've all gone to airports and seen how, the TSA agents are patting down 75-year-old grandmothers in wheelchairs, trying to make sure that that kind of thing is safe. And yet, as you point out, we're just letting anybody walk across the border without any check whatsoever.
He ain't lying. They do that, y'all. They pat you down, they feel you down, they do all this kind of stuff. Don't be pretty, though. Don't be a pretty woman, because they probably get excited doing that. Just pat you down, okay? Just pat you down. But yet they'll let all those people come in through our southern border, and they don't pat them down. They don't rub them. They don't even look at IDs, okay? They don't even know what type of disease they got. They don't even know if they're criminals or not. But they just let them on through the border. Just let them on through. Then they put them on buses and ship them to a city near you. And you don't know what they got, okay? You don't know anything. Okay, continue on.
Yeah, you alluded to the borders of Israel, which, look, there was an intelligence failure there, and their borders were also overtaken by force. Our borders here in the United States, on the other hand, have been overrun by invitation. The poor policies of the Biden administration, the abandonment of enforcement of our border and immigration laws. And because of all of that, we have lost all deterrence globally. So word's out on the street across all these different countries. There's no better time to make a run to the United States and infiltrate the country than now.
They coming over here, y'all. They already over here. Hamas is over here, too. We ain't got to not let them in, okay? They can just come through our southern border. They'll let in. They'll let them in. They can lie and say who they are and where they from. They can lie. A lot of them have already lied, y'all. Just come on in. We welcome you. Now, y'all can't tell something is wrong with this. Something is odd. You can't tell why they doing this. Why the Biden administration, the Democrats, and the rhinos, yes, there's some Republicans in there doing that too. They doing it to us too. They socking it to us real bad. They kicking us in the a-hole real bad. But we still continue to vote for these idiots. We still do it. Continue on.
Yeah, so the sleeper cells, you're virtually certain, are already in the United States and waiting for word from whoever sent them.
Absolutely. And let's not forget Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran are no big fans of ours either. And as I said, what goes on as we increase our support and possibly maybe become involved in this altercation, this war, our threat level goes up. Right now, there's no doubt, never mind the heightened alertness security, that's our new normal. That's why we implemented programs like See Something, Say Something to get Americans involved in their own safety and security. We are at an elevated threat environment right now. If I'm the Secretary of DHS, I am issuing a NTAS, National Terrorism Advisory System bulletin to inform Americans that we are at an elevated threat level based on the combination and totality of facts, the war in Israel and our wide open border for the past 2.5 years.
Americans seem to share some of those concerns. Fox News asked Americans how they feel about a border wall. 57% now say they support the building of a wall between the U.S. and Mexico. A few months ago in February, that number was less than 50%. So clearly, what has happened in Israel has had a mental effect here in this country.
And John, it really is common sense. Look, the American public know how to protect themselves. On our border, it takes physical barriers, it takes technology, and it takes manpower that's allowed to do their jobs. And we've had none of that under this administration, and it needs to be fixed quickly. And we need to find out where all these folks are right now that have come here illegally and are on all these watch lists, where they're at, and get them out of the country.
I totally agree with this dude right here. Now, you know good and damn well, if Fox News is reporting this is the mainstream media, that we have sleeper cells in the United States. Now, you know that this is not a conspiracy theory. Even a baby boy, 5, 6, 7, 8, know good and well if you let crooked people into your country, if you got your borders wide open, the criminals are coming in. The terrorists are coming in. Fox News. Okay. This is really crazy. This is really crazy. Right here it says Israel plans to defeat Hamas by starving and dehydrating Palestinians, civilians in Gaza, according to the former U.S. general on CNN. They just admitting to war crimes now. They are admitting to the war crimes. I don't know what's supposed to happen during war crimes. Are you supposed to feed people? You know, the innocent people, they ain't got nothing to do with this, you know, because they really chose the wrong leaders to lead them in their country, in their state, in their city, all over the United States, political person. All right, listen to this right here. Listen.
But does that mean, does that mean starve the Palestinian people, continue to, because they will be so hungry and will be so desperate for water and medicine that then they will give up Hamas?
It sounds callous, but I mean, this is a war.
So they want the people, the Palestinians, the people who live in Gaza, they want them to give up Hamas. When the majority of them probably don't even have guns. Okay, you know how those people are. They're vicious over there. The Hamas are vicious. So they want the people to take their, I guess, life, put their life on the line for your country and hand us these people. If not, you're going to starve. You ain't going to have no water. You ain't going to have nothing. You're going to die right there on the spot. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling y'all, this is something else. Now listen to this right here, this young lady saying. I don't know if it's true, but I think it is because it's from the New York Post. Pay close attention to what she said. This is an important news update.
House Republicans have now introduced a bill that is going to block Palestinian refugees from coming to the U.S., claiming that they're protecting America's national security against Hamas. This legislation is going to block the U.S. from accepting any new Palestinian refugees who may emerge from the current crisis that's going on. If there is no ceasefire and this continues to happen, there's going to be more than 1 million refugees that are coming out of the atrocities done by Israel. This is thanks to Representative Tom Tiffany and Andy Ogles, both of which are Republican. The bill is called Guaranteeing Aggressors Zero Admission Act, or the Gaza Act. The bill will also prevent the Department of Homeland Security from allowing Palestinians into the United States through the agency's parole program, so essentially barring all Palestinians, period. Now is the time to reach out to your representatives and tell them that you condemn what's happening, because if this happens, it's going to be a huge humanitarian and refugee crisis, and the Republicans are already acting against it.
So, they have created a bill to keep the Palestinians from coming into the United States. They so stupid. They so ignorant. They already here. Okay? They already here. I know some more may want to come, but a lot of them are already here, y'all. Okay? They came through our southern border. All right? I don't know why they making a bill. Maybe they're trying to prevent more from coming in. Maybe that's what it is. But our government is something else. Let me move on. Let me move on. Okay. Now I said, you got to ask yourself, I saw this on Brad Barton's, and I thought I just had to present this to you. I want y'all to listen to what this guy says right here. I don't know who he is. I don't know his name. If y'all do, put it on down in the comment section. This is what I'm going to show y'all now from here on. It's very important. Pay close attention to what this guy is saying. All right? Judge for yourself. Listen. Use your eggnog. Use it. All right, here we go.
Several former members of the Israeli Defense Force have come forth because they are extremely concerned about what is going on in Israel. They testify how the military in Israel is the most advanced high-tech army in the entire world. They also reveal how the borders between Israel and Gaza are the most heavily secured borders anywhere on earth. High-tech sensors alert the Israeli Defense Force from the moment that even a small animal approaches the borders. Yet, hundreds of Hamas fighters were not only able to approach the border, but they blew up the fences. They entered Israeli territory and started destroying homes and burning down villages and killing Israeli people without any semblance of defense by the Israeli military. Turns out that shortly before this attack, the government had ordered the removal of all military presence from that area. Hamas was literally given a free pass to enter and start their operation.
Oh my God. So the military ordered to remove the military, that's what I'm trying to say, from that area. Why did they remove the military from that order, from that place, y'all, where they broke in? Now, he said they got high-tech and secure border. They have high-tech stuff, high-tech sensors on the fence. Even the animals could not get through that, okay? So hundreds of people going to get through, even though you got a high-tech security, and then you removed your military presence from the area? Why is that? Put it on down there. I want to know, why would they do such a thing about 2 hours or something before the strike, before they broke in? Why would you remove your military presence? There's more. Something is fishy about this. I don't care what y'all say. Something is fishy. A lot of people are saying that Israel also has a deep state. They're also dark. I know the Bible says that Israel is God's country. It's the favorite country. But that don't mean it ain't no bad people in there, y'all. There's bad people everywhere. Okay, United States, okay, over there in Italy, over there in Saudi Arabia, Egypt, there's bad people everywhere, okay? So, y'all gonna have to look out, okay? Listen to this right here. Listen to this right here. This was planned a long time ago. Pay close attention.
This is one of the camps where Hamas practiced their attack on Israel, just under a kilometer from the Gaza-Israel border. Metadata analyzed by CNN shows how the militant group conducted the trainings, many months before releasing the propaganda montages on their social media channels. This video, showing militants practicing takeoffs, landings, and assaults with paragliders, took place over a year ago, according to the metadata. The shadows and position of the sun in this video indicates that these filmed training sessions either lasted for hours or took place on multiple days. During the October 7th attack, paragliders took off at dawn near the two camps nearest the Gaza-Israel border as missiles were being launched behind them towards Israel. In these videos, Hamas terrorists are also seen practicing with the type of weaponry they would use to attack on October 7th. They created mock Israeli buildings, streets, and are seen carrying out a number of different assault tactics on them. Videos show they even practice taking prisoners and zip tying their hands. In 3 of the training camps, they even created mock-ups of Israeli tanks, trucks with the large outer shell constructed to look like a tank, and practice assaulting it with rocket-propelled grenades and other explosives. When asked for comment on CNN's reporting, an Israel defense spokesperson originally said that the camps were nothing new, that Hamas had many camps, and that the military had targeted them in the past during escalations. After CNN provided the IDF with more information about the camps, the spokesperson said they could not comment any further, saying that it involved complex analysis of intelligence at the same time that we are fighting a war. The spokesperson went on to say that they would investigate the topic, along with others, at the end of the Gaza war.
Yeah, that was CNN News, okay? These people have been training for over a year to attack Israel. Training. Now, how many people actually know that this was going to happen? You mean to tell me nobody gave Israel an up and up? Nobody, told Israel from the Gaza Strip? Because they know good and well, okay, if you attack Israel, Israel is going to attack back. So nobody told Israel secretly, nobody put a bug in their ear and say, hey, guess what? Okay, they planning on attacking you guys. It's almost like they wanted this war to happen, y'all. That's what it's almost like. And you can almost guarantee, let me tell you something. You know what's coming in 2024, an election. They already said they can't get by with locking people in again for any type of disease or virus or anything like that, okay? Tucker said it's going to be a war, okay? They haven't attacked us yet, okay? But it's in the making. It's going to be a war. It's going to have to be something to stop the election, okay? Something's coming up. Something big. We don't know yet, okay? But it's coming. So y'all better be prepared, okay? Like I said, you can't bring a knife to a gunfight, right? You better go get you something other than a knife and a bat, okay? You just better do that. Okay, listen to this right here. Look at this right here. This is Hamas fighters as they cross the Gaza border. Look.
ضلك جاري يلا دقيقة يلا روح هاي جبنا وهاي شبابنا اهدى روح عدل 3 كيلو.
Is why would Hamas cooperate with Israel? In the next clip, we probably find the answer. U.S. Senator Ron Paul exclaimed in the U.S. government that Hamas is actually an organization that is set up by Israel, financed by Israel, to work for Israel.
Hamas, if you look at the history, you'll find out that Hamas was encouraged and really started by Israel because they wanted Hamas to counteract Yasser Arafat.
What Senator Ron Paul said is confirmed by a man called Ronald Bernard. He worked at a high level in the so-called financial elites, the most wealthy and most powerful in this world, who control the world theater behind the scenes. He explains how terrorist organizations are essentially funded by the same sources that also fund the organizations that supposedly fight those terrorists.
Funded. Hamas. Israel started Hamas to fight Yasser Arafat. I remember Yasser Arafat. And I didn't know that's when it was created. Do y'all believe this? Put it down there. Let me know. You think this guy lying? Well, the guy Ron Paul said it in front of the Senate. Okay, nobody stopped him. Nobody said, you are a liar. That's a lie. It was true, y'all. It was true. Like I said, keep doing your homework. Keep doing it, okay? Israel started the Hamas, the organization, okay? That group, that vicious group, okay? To help them. Now they're going against them, okay? That's what happens when you do such a thing, all right? One last thing right here. Pay close attention to what he's saying right here about the Middle East. This is really going to make you think. Listen to this right here.
What is really disturbing is that less than 2 weeks before Israel launched their attack on Gaza with the purpose of permanently eliminating it, Netanyahu showed a map during the General Assembly at the United Nations. This map is called the New Middle East. When you look at Israel, then the Palestinian regions have been completely removed. There is no sign anymore of any Palestinian presence on the map of the New Middle East that Netanyahu showed less than 2 weeks before they launched their attack on Gaza. With every false flag operation, it is always the same principle. Some entity wants to commit a horrendous crime, but they don't want to be blamed for it. So they have to use another entity to shift the blame to. In this case, it is very clear. They use Hamas. Hamas is supposedly the bad actor here. And all Israel does supposedly is defend itself. So now they have the right to do something which they have wanted to do for decades. Completely eradicate the whole Gaza Strip and commit horrendous homicide on the Palestinian people.
Oh. So Israel used Hamas, that's what he's saying, to attack them. And then they attack back so they can look good like they were defending themselves. Do y'all believe that? Do you? Put it down in the comment section. And did you see that map 2 weeks ago? Okay. The Palestinians was not on that map 2 weeks before the war. They made a new map and what it's gonna look like, okay? So they knew ahead of time, Netanyahu. They knew something was gonna happen 2 weeks before. Whew. Like I said, Israel is God's country. But that don't mean that they don't have bad people in Israel. They're political people that they have voted for. Now, I don't know if they vote in Israel or they just place people into office like they did here in the United States. Biden was placed in office. John Fetterman was placed in office. Gavin Newsom keep being placed in California. Everybody's getting placed except the Republicans. But the Democrats can get placed. Y'all, there's a lot to think about right here in this video. And I want y'all to go down there and tell me what you think. Seriously. Do you think this is a lie? The whole thing, okay? Do you think this is a setup? Do you think Israel did this on purpose? Do you think Hamas did this on purpose? Because Israel is probably paying them. Anything is possible, y'all. Anything is possible. Like I said, we got bad people all over the entire world. Bad people. Only people I feel sorry for is the people who live in Israel and the people who live in Gaza. They are the innocent bodies, okay? Little bitty babies and children and women, even men. I feel bad for them too because they can't even protect their families because you don't know where a bomb would strike. You don't know, okay? They can't feed and give their kids water. They can't. So what's going to happen to the people, the little people? What's going to happen to them? A lot of them going to die especially the people in the hospitals, and the sick and the elderly. They're going to die. All because somebody wants some land. That's it, y'all. It's all about the money. All right. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up. Thank you.
Yeah.